Constraints and laziness is a superpower. Are you lazy? Because for me, 100%. I am definitely someone who's proud to be lazy. If I can save time, think less, or do something faster, I will do it, almost no matter the investment that I have to make. And this is what turns laziness from a bad thing into a superpower. If I want someone to develop a good workflow, I'll take the lazy person over the workhorse any day of the week. Because they'll find the smoothest and the fastest and the least effort way to do it. Which is exactly what you want sometimes. But the same principle can also be applied to having constraints. And this is something that I've realized over the last few weeks. Since I work a 9 to 5, I don't have tons of time. I don't have all the time that I wish I could put into all of the things that I want to do. But instead of treating it as a negative thing, which I know a lot of people do, and I've done at times as well, you can look at it as an opportunity, because it is. It's an opportunity for you to use the time that you have, use the limited resources that you have, and make something better out of it. So for me, having less time means that I need my workflow to get better. I need to spend less time thinking about the small things that I usually do. And in terms of creating videos, I've scripted a lot of the things that I do. So that instead of now, I plug my card into my computer, it automatically imports the footage. Then I have another script that allows me to create a backup of all the files onto my NAS, the network attached storage, if you're not a nerd like me. Anyway, it also creates a project in my editing software, all without me having to do a single thing. And it saves me time, but most importantly, it saves me having to remember things. That's probably the biggest thing, because when you have to hold everything in your head, when you have to keep remembering what it is that you have to do, you spend so much energy on the same thing every single day or week after week when you do those same tasks. So why not automate it? Why not make it a little easier? Why not make it a little better? Instead of bashing your head against the wall like you've always done for days, weeks, months, years on end, you know? So this is why laziness and constraints can be seen as a superpower. Because if you're constrained, if you don't have the resources that you want to have, you have to work with what you've got. And then you might have to get more creative in order to get more out of the things that you have, you see? It's the same way with, like, imagine you're at the end of the month and you don't really have enough money in order to get the food that you want. You have to become more resourceful, right? You have to plan your spending in such a way that you can still go to the end of the month without starving to death, essentially. So constraints let your mind work differently. They let your mind be challenged. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing, because sometimes constraints can actually be a superpower when you use it the right way. When you, instead of complaining about the lack, because that's usually what we focus on. It's so easy to get stuck in, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I don't have this, and this. But what if you flip that to, I may not have the time, but how can I utilize the time that I have in the best way possible? Maybe that means that you have to scroll a little less. Maybe that means that you have to optimize to do more of the things that you want instead of wasting it on some other thing that you don't really enjoy spending your time doing. Not deep down, anyway. It it essentially it becomes a filter. A constraint can become a filter to a degree. It can let you see what it is that actually matters. Whereas if you had all the time in the world, you wouldn't be stressed about it. You wouldn't try to do more in less time, right? Because then you might keep the same workflow you've always had. You might keep essentially banging your head against the wall, doing some really not optimized workflow that could have been improved significantly if you just wanted to improve it a little bit. So, so instead of seeing constraints or laziness as a limitation, look at it as an opportunity, because you get a chance to improve and to do more with less. You get to learn how to do it faster, or how to automate things, how to do it differently, and make it more fun while you do it. This is one of those things that I've found for myself, because even though I'm constrained, even though I don't have all the resources or the time that I want to have and that I wish I could put into this, I've made the process as fun as possible by automating, by figuring out how can I make this better, by using the time that I have still. So it's not actually limiting you. It's just challenging you to see if you can take it to a different level with the resources that you have, so to speak. So you can keep going the same way that you've always gone, or you can figure out just how good you can get with the resources or limitations that you have. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.